This Friday night, we are at London's Trafalgar Square, and there is a very special place here which is changing every 2 years. They put up a new artwork every 2 years, and this one, what you can see here, it's called A Thousand Times an Instant, and it's an artwork by Teresa Margos. The weather is hot, and there are lots of tourists here, and we are going slowly into the tourist season. It's soon is summer, and London at summertime is absolutely beautiful, even the night. So I was actually playing with the idea to walk all the way back home. There was 2 years in my life when I did not use car, public transport, helicopter, anything at all to get to work and go home from work. I was just simply walking through places like Brick Lane every single day, and it was amazing. Especially today, I am full of energy because I slept a lot. In the last few days, I slept maybe 1 or 2 hours most, but now I had a very long, very good sleep. And I woke up kind of in the middle, 4 o'clock, between 4 and 4:30, and there was sort of like a podcast playing. People were talking about the Pope, and it was very interesting to me because I did not know. Later, I found out that when I talk about the white smoke rising from, the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, but I did not know that the time when I went to sleep, we already had the Pope, we already had the name, we already had all his story out, and he already addressed the crowd, addressed the world as the new Pope under the name of Leo the 14th. And he's from the USA, the very first Pope from the USA, from Chicago. And the best thing is, I know quite a lot of people from Chicago. The reason is that because I'm Hungarian, and next to Chicago, very close to it, it's Cleveland, and that was the biggest Hungarian community there. It was at some point, it was more than 1 million Hungarian there, and you knew it because every October, well, obviously every single year it was different, but it's the harvest time of the harvest. Everybody went home. It was like non-negotiable. All of them, they got on the boats, they got on the ships, and they traveled all the way back to Europe, all the way back to Eastern Europe for the harvest, and they worked on the vineyard, making wine. And my family is as well. All of them who has a land, who has a house outside of Budapest, outside of the capital, everybody has a vineyard, everybody has grapes in their garden. And what was interesting to me that he is the Augustonian. I don't know, in English we call it Agoston, from the order of Agoston. He went to serve in Peru. And for me it was very interesting when people going from or North America or Europe, especially from Eastern Europe, they go to Latin America and go to South Asia for not just for missionary work, for pilgrimage as well, because it's quite a big thing. I remember 10-15 years ago, everyone went for a pilgrimage. The most trendy was a closer one in Spain called El Camino. And people right now in 2025 who are famous, who are the most followed in Hungarian social media, I think almost all of them, they went for like this shorter version of pilgrimage in El Camino in Spain. There's another order called PAL, and that is the only one order that was originated from Hungary, and that was following the Agostonian order, their style completely. And let me stop here just for a second, because there was a Hungarian called Peter Erdős. So he was in the top 5 that he had a very good chance to be the new pope, but then they decided to have someone else, and this pope gonna be very very interesting. I heard already him talking, and it's gonna be very interesting. I'm very excited about him. For him, I mean, there are conflicts everywhere in this world. If I start to just list it, just highlight it, it would be like a 2 hours. I could go on for 2 hours just to say where are the conflicts in the world. And he became the Pope right now. It's not easy at all. And in the last few minutes, because I slept a lot, and whenever I sleep a lot, whenever I'm relaxed, I'm thinking about books and very quality entertainment. And today I had a chat with someone, and I asked him, when we talked about books, to give me authors he really likes, and he told me he told me 5 of his favorites, and it turned out that none of them is translated to English. And he was like, oh, there's lots of tools, AI tools, and the internet and everything. You just basically translate it, it's gonna be fine. I was like, oh, okay. But this is very interesting to me, because if I look at the books I paid full price for. All of them are classic literature, they are written like more than 50, 60 years ago, but they were newly translated to English. The main reason is obviously the Netflix having so much watch hours in Asian content, like the South Korean series, The Squid Game, made South Korean literature very very trendy, and the publishing companies, they are investing money not just to print it, but to marketing it as well. So there were lots of South Korean books coming out, and lots of Japanese books, and lots of other books from that part of the world, which is very interesting to me, because it's a completely different culture, completely different thinking, completely different problems and solutions. Next one, they should definitely translate the modern literature from France and West Europe, because there are so many very very important ones, and for some reason they don't translate it into English, and they absolutely should do that. Because finally I had a good night's sleep, and I have a weekend coming up. This is Friday night, tomorrow Saturday, Sunday, and I could really, you know, get into a book from France or anywhere from Western Europe. Why not?